Hi, boys and girls. I hope you're having a great day. I'm going to read a book today. It's special to me, and I'll show you why. So it's called Down to the Sea with Mr. Magee. And the author and the illustrator, he does both, is Chris Van Dusen. Chris Van Dusen lives in Maine. He lives in Rockland, Maine, which is by the coast, by the ocean. And he did something special for this book for me. I'll show it to you. At the very top up here, I met Chris Van Dusen at a bookstore, and he signed my book for me and you guys. It says, "To Miss Dostie and her class, best wishes, Chris Van Dusen," and he even drew a picture of a whale. Isn't that silly? So this is a very special book to me because he signed it for me, and he's from Maine. So I'm going to read a bunch of his books soon in the classroom. He's going to be our next author of the month. Mr. Magee and his little dog Dee love spending time in their boat at the sea. So early one morning at 6:32, they made a decision. That's just what they do. To and do, they rhyme. This book rhymes, so you have to listen for some of the rhyming words. Right after breakfast, Magee packed a lunch, sandwiches, carrots, a thermos of punch, a big box of raisins, some sweet pickled beets, chocolate chip cookies, and crunchy dog treats. With plans for the day and enough lunch for 3, they hopped in the car and they drove off to the sea. So sea rhymes with 3, right? They rhyme. The pair left the dock at 7 o'clock and motored their way on Eagle Egg Rock. There's lots of rhyming words. Dock, clock, rock. They passed by the lighthouse and by the old wreck with Magee at the wheel and Dee on the deck. They suddenly spied off the bow to the east a big pot of whales. They were 50 at least, splashing about in the bright morning sun, feasting on shrimp and sardines by the ton. Sardines are like little small fish. But one little whale who had eaten his fill, munching on minnows and plankton and krill, was bored with his breakfast, and since he was through, he swam off, here he is, in search of something to do. Uh-oh, he's leaving his big pot of whales. Now Dee and Magee in their boat on the bay didn't notice the whale that was heading their way. But they were watching the other whales put on a show, and soon that young whale was directly below. Below and show, they rhyme, right? And they and way. Look at this is a shadow. Do you see the big shadow? The light blue. If you look at all this light blue part, it's the shape of a whale, right? It's the shadow of the whale if you were looking up down at the water. So if you were in an airplane and you were flying above the sea, this would be the shadow you saw, right? It's a big whale. From under the sea, the little whale spied Magee and Dee's boat, but not them inside. He longed for adventure. He wanted to play, so he bumped at the boat in the most friendly way. Then the whale placed his blowhole directly below, and ever so gently, he started to blow. Uh-oh, what's going to happen? See right here, if he starts blowing his blowhole, uh-oh. Magee saw the bubbles. He felt the boat sway, and then up went the boat on a fountain of spray. Higher and higher the little boat flew, as harder and harder the little whale blew. Then the whale blew a blast as hard as he could, much harder, in fact, than a little whale should. And that final blast blew the boat in the sky, first 30, then 40, then 50 feet high. That's super high, right? 50 feet high. The boat kept on rising, but it didn't stop there. Wind hit it hard, and it flew through the air. Dee and Magee sailed over the sea when all of a sudden... What are those birds? Do you know what those birds are called? They live at the ocean, right? At the sea. They like to come get your lunches and your snacks. I've actually had one take a sandwich right out of my hands before. It's a seagull, right? They're always looking for food. They got stuck in a tree. So there they were, stranded, Magee and his pup in the top of a spruce, 60-something feet up. See, they're on an island. See, they're on a little island with one tree. From their perch in the sky, the two watched in dismay as the whale far below swam swiftly away. Magee was downhearted. Just what could he do? They seemed hopelessly stuck, but little Dee knew. The secret to get the boat safely unpinned was to rock back and forth and wait for the wind. So they rocked and they rocked for an hour or so, but the boat didn't budge because the wind didn't blow. Just when they thought they'd be stuck there all night, they spotted far off a spectacular sight. Away in the distance, across the blue bay, the whales, see them, the whales, there they come. All 50 were heading their way. They swam through the water in one long straight row and gathered around the small island below. Below and row, they rhyme, right? So an island, boys and girls, is a piece of land. See this little piece of land? It's not very big island with water all around it. So that's how you can tell if it's an island, if there's water all around it. Magee looked down at the circle of whales surrounding the island and raising their tails. He felt a bit nervous, a little bit tense, when all of a sudden it made perfect sense. They're trying to save us, he shouted with glee. Hold on, Dee, hold on, as tight as can be. Glee, Dee, bee. They all rhyme, right? Bee, glee, bee. Their tails slapped down with a thunderous crash, which in turn created a super high splash that covered the island and raced up the tree and dislodged the boat and set them both free. Dee was so happy she let out a yelp. Magee tipped his hat to the whales for their help. Thank you, my friends, for saving the day. Then they all waved goodbye and the whales swam away. On the way home, little Dee had a thought. What about all the food we brought and all the excitement they ate not one bite? Do you see the sky? It looks a little bit different. It's turning from blue with some yellows and orange. What time of day is this? Is it sunrise or sunset? Sunset, right? When at night, when the sun goes down, it's called sunset. In the morning, when the sun is coming up, it's called sunrise. See, I'll show you back here. This was the sunrise when they were at the table eating breakfast. See, the sun is coming up. That's sunrise. Sunset means the sun is going down. So they saved it, and they had it for dinner that night. They ended up eating their picnic for dinner instead. The end. All right, boys and girls. I hope you're having a great day. I'm going to show you a couple shapes. I want you to try to practice some shapes. So I'm going to draw some shapes on my board, and I'm going to hold it up and see if you can tell me what shape I just drew. What shape is this one? It has 3 sides. 1, 2, 3 sides is a triangle, right? Triangle. All right, I'm going to see if I can trick you. This one has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're all the same length. Let's see if you can guess this one. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and they're all the same length lines. Is starts with S. Square, right? Good job, boys and girls. The next one, this is a tricky one. It has no sides. Let's see if you can guess this one. No sides. Circle, right? A circle has no sides because it's all one long line that's curved. So it doesn't have any straight lines at all. This one also has no sides. Let's see if you can guess this one. It's the shape of an egg. Oh, and it starts with the letter O. O for oval, right? Oval. All right. This one, another one has 4 sides, like the square. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, but 2 sides are short and 2 sides are long. Right? 1, 2 short sides and 1, 2 long sides. This one starts with R. Rectangle, right? Rectangle. Good job, boys and girls. All right, here comes a fun one. It starts with D for diamond, right? D for diamond. And I think this last one, you're all going to know what this one is. I think you know what this one is. What shape is this one? Heart, right? Heart. What do you think heart starts with? Ha, ha, ha. Heart. Ha. H, right? H for ha, ha, heart. All right, boys and girls, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you soon in our classroom. Only a few more days, okay? Have a great day. Bye.